When we wake up in the mornings, our bodies can feel quite stiff, a little lethargic, and often a little cranky too. And a quick morning stretch is hugely beneficial, not only for your muscles and their flexibility, but certain types of stretches are proven to help you feel more alert, more awake, and give you a positive mental attitude to start your day with. So in this video, I'll show you the 3 best morning stretches to add to your morning routine, and most importantly, why these ones are your best choice. First up is a stretch to lengthen your hip flexors, abdominals, chest, and shoulder. So come to sit onto your heels, toes tucked under, and take your knees a little wider than your hips. From here, take one hand to your heel, and then sweep the other arm up towards the sky as you lift your hips off of your heels. Tuck your tailbone under and squeeze your bum as you rise. Press the chest up towards the sky and turn your gaze slightly off towards one side. You then sit your bum back down and take it over to the other side. These are camel pose sweeps, and they're a dynamic stretch, which means you are moving as you lengthen the muscles. That doesn't mean that you need to go as quickly as you can though. Take your time. Spend around 30 seconds moving from side to side. But why this stretch? Why is this better than any others you might have learnt? Our bodies have natural instincts for survival, which lead us to want to protect our vital organs like our lungs, like our heart. It's why we often sleep curled up in a small ball. This position feels comforting and safe for our nervous system. When we expose these vital organs in something like a chest and abdominal stretch, our body senses a slight increase in vulnerability, and this activates our nervous system, essentially readying you to run away from danger. But luckily for us, most of us don't wake up to being chased by a lion. So gently stimulating the nervous system in this way with these specific stretches gives us a natural energy boost and a sense of alertness through increased production of adrenaline. It's quite simply your body's way of making sure that you don't go back to sleep should that lion materialize. Next up is a stretch which maintains all of the benefits of the first one, but adds in a hamstring stretch, a muscle that is notoriously tight first thing in the morning. Bring yourself into a low lunge position with the back knee on the floor and the toes tucked. Keeping the tailbone softly tucked under in the lunge is really important to look after your lower back and to actually be able to stretch your hip muscles, so don't forget this point. Use a nice big breath in as you lift the chest and let your arms open up like goalposts, pressing the pelvis forwards and down as you do. From there, shift your hips back to sit onto your back heel, straightening out the front leg. How upright you remain with your torso will depend on how flexible your hamstrings are. You could hinge forwards if that range is available to you. So alternate between the goalpost lunge and that hamstring stretch around 8 times, and then swap the legs. Exposing our chest and front of body gives us this natural energy boost, but so does exposing our side body. And by simply doing a few stretches at the start of your day, you'll also give your body a dose of endorphins, the happiness hormone, to set you off with a positive start. So for this final stretch, come to sit onto the floor with one leg straight out in front of you and the other bent, foot towards your inner thigh. From here, twist the body off towards the side of your bent leg and place a hand behind you onto the floor. As you take a nice deep breath in, lift your hips off of the floor as you circle the arm up and overhead. Similarly to before, think of slightly tucking the tailbone under, engaging your bum muscles, and pressing that chest towards the sky. From there, use a breath out to sit your bum back to the floor. Don't lose the slight twist of your body facing towards your bent leg, and then reach the opposite arm to the sky, perhaps even leaning over slightly towards your straight leg into a bit of a side bend. Following your breath will make these movements a little easier, so be sure to then breathe in as you lift your hips back up towards the sky, breathing out as you sit down and side bend. When it comes to improving your flexibility, little and often is a far more effective approach than sporadic, longer sessions every now and again. So if short bursts of effective stretching is what you are looking for, you're going to want to check out this video next to find a full body stretch in just 3 stretches.